So I actually remembered to start this video. I was going to totally forget because I was excited to open this box. I even got through the tape, but I have not yet opened the whole thing. So we sell a lot of isopods at the show, and we sell so much at the show that I actually stopped selling online at the beginning of the year because we sold like 1,000 bugs online, and then we were selling so many at the shows. My colonies just weren't keeping up. So my husband keeps urging me to breed more isopods so that we can sell more isopods, which is a great concept. And it means that last week I invested in a giant order of isopods from a company I've never worked with before. So I was a little nervous today, and hopefully it goes well. I have not actually seen inside the box, so I don't know how that will work out, but we'll see. So we have large orders of things that I already have, like dairy cows and milkbacks and that sort of thing. But we also have some new things that I have not had yet. And we are upping our isopod production so that we can make them available online. And I can eventually get them on our website and so forth. So we got our, they've used up their pin that says I Heart Isopods to tack on our order on the top of the lid. It is sent in a styrofoam box. It really does bother me when companies send out isopods without a styrofoam box because then it's more hit on the elements. We do have ice packs, which is good because it's been a lot cooler here, but it's definitely not cold. So these guys are alive. That seems like a great way to start. We have Porcilio laevis white. So these are the white cows. And I have a few of these, but not very many. And so I thought I'd get another batch of those. Then we have these are peach nastrums, I think is what they're called. And I have some of these as well, but we're just upping our numbers on a lot of the things that we already have. I don't have these in large enough numbers yet that they've sold, so that would be, and they too are alive. They did get a little warm. They have been on the UPS truck all day. It did make me very nervous, but it is what it is. Then we have Armadillidim vulgar, and these guys are the Punta Cana. They're kind of a mixed batch of colors. They're really pretty. This is another thing that I got a little tiny count a while back. And, ooh, yeah, they're really pretty. Can you see the isopods? Then, this is a huge order. We got Porcilio laevis caramel, and I actually just got the How Now brown cows not that long ago, which I believe are like the dairy cow version. Like they mixed the piebald from the dairy cows in with the caramel to get the spotty browns. Then we have powder whites, and I actually already have these too. But so this is the Porcellanides prunosus. My scientific names are really terrible. I think they're super duper important to make sure people know what they actually have, but they're a pain to remember, and I'm not good at pronouncing them either. I have some powdered whites, but they're also not a large enough colony to sell out of, so I was going to add to that. These have been on my wish list since I first got excited about isopods. This is Porcilio scaber lava, and they have a red and black pattern, or an orange and black pattern. Yeah, the camera's really not picking that up good. We'll have to get them set up and then take pictures. So they're really cool, and they're brand new to me. We got a big batch of those. I also spent a lot of time today, even though tomorrow's a show day, I have been getting ready for these isopods for a while today. So these guys have also been on my wish list. This is the T plus albino of the Armadillidium vulgare, and they're like kind of a shiny gold color. And then we have milkbacks. Oh, they were looking squished, but they are fine. They're like, what are you doing? We already have milkbacks, but we're just making sure that we can get everybody breeding enough that we can produce more and sell more. These guys I actually bought from somebody at a show, and then it turned out to be a mislabeled. So this is the Porcilio laevis orange, and the ones that I got are actually Porcilio scaver orange koi. So they look quite a bit different, and they breed differently. So I was excited to get the orange laevis, the actual laevis. Then we've got dairy cat, just like regular dairy cows, Oreo crumbles, powder blues, powder oranges. They have some gel that's probably helping to make sure that the temperatures are correct. Ooh, we have something has escaped in the bottom. It looks like baby Oreo crumbles. And then we have orange creams. And these are all ones that I already have, but we're just going to breed in bigger numbers. It's always good to add blood, too, if you're trying to get your isopods to breed a lot. Adding new blood is helpful. So I got the wild type of the nastrums, nasitums. And and then these dwarf ones. So these dwarf ones probably aren't the most exciting isopod for most people, but I have tons of dwarf whites, and I attempted to feed the dwarf whites to the dwarf sand geckos, and they got excited, so they got all in hunting position, and they haven't liked a lot of the micro foods that I've tried. They'll eat fruit flies and pinhead crickets really well, but they weren't excited about the flower beetles or the flower beetle larvae or lesser mealworms or bean beetles, all of which I feed to the morning geckos really successfully, but they were not interested. So I fed a bunch of dwarf white isopods, and they were excited about them, but then they lost, like they had trouble tracking them because they're white on their sandy colored background. So I'm hoping that once I get these guys breeding, because they're gray, that I can actually use them as feeders for the dwarf isopod, or I mean the dwarf geckos. So that is our BiddyBugs order, and I'm super excited that it was a longer video than I thought it would be, because I ordered a lot of isopods. So we'll definitely be having plenty of isopods at the shows. We'll continue to have plenty of isopods at the shows, and hopefully I'll get my breeding numbers up, and we will be getting them online. And it just happens to be that today is my birthday. So it was kind of like I got this box of bugs for my birthday, and that was pretty exciting. Especially since as a grown up, I don't get gifts from that many people. I don't have a lot of family members left, and so it's like Danielle's Critters bought me a gift. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed at least a little bit, and I would definitely check out BiddyBugs, especially if you want a large batch of isopods at this time. I'd love for you to order from me in the future, but at this point in time, I definitely don't have any 50 plus counts of isopods available. But BiddyBugs does, so you can hit them up. And I will leave the link in the description below. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. I actually did the first half of this video last week, and after I turned the video off and I was setting up all the isopods, I realized that one of my cultures was missing. So we didn't get the magic potions, and I reached out, contacted BiddyBugs. It was really easy and nice, and they were going to send it out this week, and then they didn't have enough of the magic potions to send out, but they did send me a free culture of isopods, and they refunded my missing culture. So I'm very happy with BiddyBugs. I will be buying from them again in the future. And until you can buy from Danielle's Critters, they're definitely a great place to go to get isopods.